everyone, a very good evening to all of you and welcome to this session. Please let me know if I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Let me know if my audio and video is working fine. Okay, so thank you so much. So here I am with another editorial session for all of you. Quickly, let me brief you about what we are gonna do in this series. But before that, if you don't know me, I am Niharika John Mehra. That's my name, and I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now. I am your faculty of English here. I have my courses on our platform, on our app, and here my classes run like twice a day. So 1:30 p.m. I have classes. Currently, we are covering CSAT. So the classes on this channel are on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. And we have recently started 8 p.m. editorial sessions, which is going to be Monday to Saturday, okay, on this channel. On other 3 days, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday, 1:30 p.m. I have classes on our other channel, CGB IBPS Hub, and those are the classes for SBI mains. Uh, yes, actually, the classes on course, we are on a halt as of now, and you can reach out to team for more updates for upcoming classes. Uh, my voice is low. Can other people tell me, is my audio low for you people also? So we are going to continue with these sessions where we are doing the comprehension part of any article. Okay, it's mostly going to be editorial from the Hindu newspaper. We are going to learn some vocabulary. You can even note down these vocabularies in your vocab notebook, and we are going to see the summary, how to summarize, and what you can take away for your exam from any of the articles that we are doing. Monday class CSAT. So the classes that are at 1:30 p.m. as of now, CSAT reading comprehension. Okay, that's what I'm targeting at this time slot on this channel. So I think we are good to go. Can anyone else confirm me about the level of voice? That would be really helpful if anyone of you can help me with that. I don't want to, get interrupted when I'm explaining because of this. These are the classes only gonna happen on YouTube. So if you want to improve and work on grammar, vocabulary, understanding, definitely you should attend these classes. This is something different than what we have under our courses. Thank you. So let's begin. Today's article, out of two from the Hindu, I have taken this one. So I will read for you. I want you also to read. So what we are going to do is, I'm going to give you like 2 minutes. Please start reading. 2 minutes from here till the part. I'll scroll for you, of course. So I want you to start reading. I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes to go through it. I want you to skim. To those who already know, please like wait for a minute. Those who don't know, I want you to skim, in the sense you don't have to read in details. Skip some words which you can comprehend just by looking at it. अभी 2024 को पढ़ना नहीं है. I don't need to read Wikimedia Foundation. I can just have a look at it and understand in my mind that what it is written. So please go ahead and start skimming. I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll also scroll for you in a while so that you can complete reading the article, and then I will help you with the comprehension. Okay? I would like to put a timer in front of you since I'm giving you some time to read. I will scroll when I feel it's the time to show you the later part of the passage. So we have heading, we have subheading. I'll stop the timer at 2 minutes 15 seconds. Okay, so this much time is more than enough for you all to understand what is the main message here. Now, my first question before I explain to you people is, what do you think is the summary here? Can anyone help me? One line summary or majority of the passage, if it is talking about something, what is the main theme here? Any of you? What's the main theme here? What is this article talking about? What is this article talking about? I want to encourage you guys to stay alive in the class. Chat may answer though when I ask something. It would be great if you can answer here in the chat. If you're watching recorded sessions, then please answer wherever you are sitting. Take those few seconds and answer, but answer. Okay, since I have nothing here, let me tell you. It's more about the case related to Wikipedia and what Delhi High Court has to say on it. Okay, this is informative. Information is being provided to us, and we'll see more about it as I take you through. Option and reality about certain news published by media. That is also given. That's great. So, tragedy of commons on Wikimedia and the free flow of information. Okay, so there is something negative associated to Wikimedia and the free flow of information. Courts and the state must not throttle free flow of information. Throttle is to choke someone or something. You are not letting that thing be alive, breathe, or progress. It could be a person, it could be a thing. So the author gives this a subheading that courts and state must not throttle, गला नहीं घुटना चाहिए free flow of information का. Let's see now what is the incident. Yes, definitely right. So while ordering the Wikimedia Foundation changes को वापस से पहले की तरह ले जाओ. On the Wikipedia page on Asian News International (ANI), the Delhi court said people at large have a tendency to accept statements made on Wikipedia's web pages as gospel truth. So people blindly believe whatever they read, at least on Wikipedia. And इसके चलते here we get to see that there is an order that is asking the foundation to undo the changes, to go back to the previous state, whatever were made related to ANI. In the hearing of defamation suit, you all must know what kind of suit this is. नाम खराब करना defamation suit होता है. That ANI had filed in 24, the court had taken some questionable positions. The author is probably not convinced. He's saying the court had taken some positions, some stand, and that is, of course, not a very clear one. It's questionable. Now he's explaining it. For example, it sought the identities of the volunteers who edited the ANI page, whose anonymity the platform allows to protect them from retaliation. So, here the court is asking to reveal those people who edited the page, whereas these people are supposed to stay anonymous so that they don't face any charge. Okay, when the foundation sought more time. Now, I would like you to take a break here. Two important things that we learn from here. We will see author has repeatedly used the acronym ANI. So the first time, if you are mentioning a big name like so, a lengthy name like so that has an acronym, so in the bracket, for the first time itself, in the bracket you use the acronym, and later on you don't have to use the full name. You can simply use the acronym alone. Second, that we get to see a use of article over here. It says when the foundation. We have got the name of foundation over here in the beginning. So every time I want to refer to Wikimedia, I am going to just say the foundation, and it will be enough for the reader to understand that I'm talking about which thing. I hope you are getting it. यही आपको आपके essays में भी करना होता है. This is also going to help you in your para jumbles for certain exams where you have objective paper. Let's continue. Okay. So, when the foundation sought more time, it asked for more time, the court observed, we will close your business transactions here. Now, here is something big that we will not let you do your business here. We will ask the government to block Wikipedia. If you don't like India, please don't work in India. This is something very harsh. The foundation had appealed for its right to safe harbor under the Information Technology Act. But the court concluded in the favor of the plaintiff because it observed statements on the page pertaining to the plaintiff are all sourced from editorials and opinionated pages. So now what has happened here? The court says that you don't like India, don't do business here. You know, you and in the answer to this thing, the plaintiff is saying that we have sourced all of the information, whatever is put on the page, from the editorials and opinionated pages. Meaning, these might be just opinions, may not be something with evidence. Okay, Wikipedia is written and maintained by volunteers who are expected to follow the guidelines. Unlike newspapers and scientific journals, encyclopedia does not purport to publish new information. So, how Wikipedia is different? Volunteers are instead expected to repeat with attribution or reproduce with references. So Wikipedia कैसे different है from other newspaper, journals, because here we need references and it is not publishing of something new but to have something with proof. Information originally published elsewhere. We just volunteers here, they bring that information on one page with a preference for reputable sources. In this slide, the court order is problematic. But if this is the case, if the volunteers are not producing new information, simply bringing, collecting, and producing on the page, now this will bring the court order in some issue. This is not okay. This is not acceptable as per the author. So we get to learn about a case and what author has to say about it. Okay. आगे पढ़ते हैं. Elements of truth today are often mistaken to be someone's opinions and vice versa. So sometimes what do we get? This is a general statement that elements of truth, whatever truth is today, some people may think it is opinion. Politicians and government agencies have been known to punish civil society for repeating an allegedly offensive claim rather than address the original claim itself. So author again is now saying that there are agencies, politicians, they don't work on the real problem. But if there is someone who claims that something offensive has been done, they come after that person or the society. Opinions are rejected even as data is withheld to deny those who express them opportunities to align them with verifiable facts. Again, understand this. So these opinions of people are rejected. Even the data is withheld to deny those people who express these opinions opportunities to align them with the facts. They don't even get the data in order to verify what they are saying is true, and the data is it's withheld. So this is what we are getting to see. In this case, the court had expressed concerns for ANI's credibility. Now, court is saying that it has some issues, some concerns about the credibility. Whether volunteers who edited the page had followed the guidelines in letter and spirit. In letter and spirit means dot to dot. जो बोला है वैसा ही करना है. Okay. And whether the opinion as expressed on the page could be allowed to stand. So again, it's not something like final, but the court also here is of the opinion that if these following things were done properly or not. In the process, it established that the foundation's ability to maintain maintain the democratic structure that has allowed Wikipedia to become so popular and reliable is limited for India's users. Important point. What is being established? That the foundation's ability to maintain a democratic structure. This is the reason, because democracy may you can speech, freedom of information and all. So this has allowed Wikipedia, because of this it has become so popular and reliable, and it is limited for Indian users to the extent of public tolerance for certain opinions. Ultimately, the aforementioned people's tendency and the state's ability to influence it put Wikipedia in similar decentralized, and hence we can see the ill impact of it. Now, this is a tragedy. Author is not in the favor of this. These collaborations adopted their designs to sidestep the sort of centralized information control that some countries have sought. Centralized means there should be it should all be put at a one place, controlled over there, and of course following the guidelines. So we living in India, we of course are gonna have Indian users are gonna have some kind of problem with such a design, such a framework. Courts and the state would do well to accommodate these collaborative efforts rather than treat them with contempt. This is a suggestion from author that courts and the state, the government will do better. They should do better. They should accommodate the collaborative efforts rather than thinking of it as like a contempt and uske against charge lekar aana. And the people should engage with these efforts and the guidelines well. So here author is saying that there is no problem in volunteers putting the information together. People should engage with these efforts and guidelines should be followed. But at the same time, the court and the state would understand the collaborative efforts and not take them as contempt or defamation जो पहले जो case हुआ. It should not be something that is going towards defamation, contempt towards someone or something. So this is the whole article here. We will first see some words and then we will go through the grammar part of it. Grammar के questions आपसे पूछूंगी, you have to answer here. So let's begin with the first word, defamation. I spoke about jargon the last time I took class. Certain words. Now, whenever you will read anything that relates to law and court and cases, defamation is a common word. Okay, it's the type of allegation. It's the type where someone's reputation is being damaged or harmed. मानहानि का दावा आपने अक्सर मूवीज में, सीरियल्स में भी सुना होगा. So it's slandering. Okay. Gospel truth is a phrase. It means something so strong that we will never doubt that it is false. So it is undoubtedly a true statement, absolute truth. उसके प्रति कोई, उसके against कोई विवाद ही नहीं होगा. Retaliation is revenge, vengeance, प्रतिशोध in Hindi. A safe harbor, now this is again a legal term. It's legal immunity for platforms from user content. It's a kind of immunity especially given to the platforms. Kanuni Suraksha. Opinionated page or pages or journals or newspaper content expressing personal views. Now you might have come across many articles. You may feel that the author is biased. You may feel that author is favoring someone even though that person, that thing is wrong. So that is called opinionated, opinion wale. Opinions are of course different and they are subjective. So editorials, subjective content, है ना? व्यक्तिगत विचार वाले पृष्ठ मतलब न्यूज़पेपर आर्टिकल्स कुछ भी हो सकता है. Attribution is acknowledging the original source. Citation, reference देना, quote करना, स्रोत का उल्लेख देना. That is called attribution and it is a noun. So whenever shun is found at the end of any word, वो आपका noun होता है. Purport is to claim or appear to be. किसी चीज को claim करना, हम दावा कर रहे, we are professing this happened, this did happen with a proof. That is called to purport. Now there is another phrase which is a very common phrase in exam and it's something you can use in your essay writing and answer writing. In letter and spirit. following both the literal and the intended meaning, complying completely, जैसा लिखा है वैसा का वैसा फॉलो करना, दिस इज और भावना से अक्षराक्ष तरीके से फॉलो करना. यू don't move a dot from here to there. You follow as it is and exactly how it is intended to be. Contempt is disrespect, disregard, that is to disdain, किसी का तिरस्कार करना. Now there was another phrase with respect to the passive, not a typical phrase. Decentralized collaboration. So group based. Okay, this is विकेंद्रित सहयोग. It's not केंद्रित. It's open source, crowd source. कोई भी उसमें इन्वॉल्व हो सकता है. It is not something जो एक ही पॉइंट से कंट्रोल करा जा रहा है. To sidestep someone is to bypass something or someone, evading it, बच निकलना. And allegedly is a popular word that means not yet proven. That's why आप बहुत सारे criminal news वगैरह जो होती हैं उसमें you get to read this word lot, because the suspect is still not proven guilty. So supposedly, allegedly, कथित रूप से. ठीक है, तो ये आपके आज की vocabulary है. You see guys, sometimes I hope you people are noting down the meaning, okay? But even let's say some of the words might be very well known to you. You already know their meaning. And some of them you might be hearing for the second time, third time. Trust me, this information is going to stick in your head. The subconscious mind will absorb it and help you to use them whenever you are drafting a letter, an essay, or any answer. Okay, so this is for your better understanding. But it is very good if you can note down the words. If you feel like, okay, this is something you can use in future, and you will feel difficulty in remembering the word later. That case, you note down everything. Okay, chalo. Again, now my favorite round, the section before we go to summary and exam point of view thing. I will be asking some questions. I will make you revise some grammar rules. So this is like 5 minutes session where we are going to go through how rules are applied here. Okay, because I have taught so many thousands of students. They will do very well in the theory part. They know the rule. But when it comes to application of it, using it, or let's say finding error or something, they are unable to spot it because they haven't learned the application of the rule. We want to focus there, okay? So I'll quickly ask you some questions, and even if it is wrong that you answer, that's okay. I want just few people to practice. Okay. So my first question is, in this sentence that I have marked, give me the subject and the verb. Main subject of this sentence and the verb of this sentence. Subject and verb. Spotting subject and verb is very important, and it is one of the topmost type of grammar you must know in order to do well in your objective or subjective paper. So this sentence starts with in, which is a preposition. That means right in the starting, we won't get our subject. In the hearing of something, 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 this is the suit. Now the suit that A and I had filed. This is not the main information of my sentence. ये that से जुड़ा हुआ है. The court had taken some positions. So the caught was the main subject and taken verb third form along with had, it is past perfect tense और ये आपका बना रहा था main verb. So the sentence had some context. Started with a preposition, hence till the time we are done explaining that preposition, that is not going to act as my main subject. वो वाली बात complete करी. When we started with a preposition, why I'm using, in what, how, etc. Now I'm coming to the main point. The caught had taken. Now this is your main subject and that was your main verb. Okay, cool. Next question. I want you to tell me in this sentence, is there active voice or passive voice used? This sentence is written in active voice or passive voice? Also the tense, if you can. First, you tell me this sentence is an active or passive. Second part, you tell me which is the tense used here. Okay. Can you tell me the tense as well? Yeah, this is passive for sure. Wikipedia is written and maintained by volunteers, and then with who I'm explaining what kind of volunteer. So this is use of is plus verb third form, simple tense, present simple tense, or indefinite present indefinite tense in passive. Why in passive? Because my focus here is on Wikipedia, right? What happened with it? How Wikipedia is being edited and all. Volunteers के ऊपर ज़्यादा जोर नहीं देना था. My focus was on how the things are acting here. That's why I'm gonna assume the position of author and tell you that way. That's why it's better for an author to write this information in passive voice. Yesterday somebody asked me, in answers, in essays, when do we use passive voice? In such conditions. I'm talking about Wikipedia. I'm talking about how Wikipedia is not like newspapers and journals. That's the focus of this part over here, this later part. That's why I'm keeping the word Wikipedia as my subject and using passive to maintain the spotlight on what I want to say here. I hope you are understanding this. Quickly, next question. Part of speech of this word. Part of speech of this word. It wasn't present perfect. The tense there was simple present tense, or it is also called present indefinite tense. Part of speech. This way you are going to revise your grammar a lot, trust me. Part of speech. This should not take this long. Absolutely right. So I will teach you or maybe make you revise two rules here before I give you next question. Whenever it is passive, okay, and you have is, am, or are plus verb third form, it is simple present tense and passive. And some of you said present perfect or past perfect. That will have has or have plus been plus verb third form. Okay, that will be the arrangement of verbs in passive voice for perfect tense. Okay, Now, another thing, there is a rule where we can use am, are, to be verbs, was, were, where I can simply add an adjective. This will help me know more about the subject. How is the subject? Subject is, and then you use adjective. Niharika is happy. Niharika is talented. Niharika is anxious about something. So any adjective can help me know more about my subject. Follow some words from here, and then we will move to the summary part. Okay. Um, Part of speech of the word often. Give me part of speech of this word. Then I'll ask something on this end. Part of speech of the word often. This should be simple. Often is used here for the word mistaken. Okay. Now it is an adverb. It is helping us know how many times the truth, elements of truth are mistaken. So it is an adverb. Okay. It is always an adverb. Please remember it is adverb of frequency. So once, twice, often, seldom, all these words when they talk about how many times kuch ho raha hai, it is adverb, and you don't need to go into detail that it is adverb of frequency or something else, but just to tell you, it is an adverb of frequency. This sentence that I have marked, okay, I'll mark it again. I want you to tell me subject and verb of this sentence. Be quick. Subject and verb of this sentence. After this, we will go through the summary part and exam angle. I have all part of speech here, India. Make sure to like and share the session, guys. Subject verb. Agreement check कैसे करो exam में? How will you be able to check the agreement or use a correct verb if you are unable to spot the subject? Subject hidden. Oh, you're saying the subject is like missing, hidden, like that? No, it is right in front of you. I'll break down the sentence for you, okay? I'll break down it grammatically, talking about everything mentioned in this. Sorry, yeah. Ultimately is your adverb. That is modifying the whole sentence. The aforementioned people's tendency. This is your first subject. Aforementioned is adjective. And the state's ability. So with and, using and, author has added one more subject here, and that's why subject number 1 is tendency, subject number 2 is ability. Ability is key hai, to influence it. Put is your verb here. It is in simple present tense. Okay, that's why, because my subjects here, the subject is plural, I'm using put. Okay, so ultimately now the tendency and ability to influence, put Wikipedia, okay, not simple present, sorry, past, indefinite or simple past. So it has put, or it put Wikipedia and similar collaborations at risk. Okay, so putting something at risk is the phrase जो यहाँ use हुआ है. I hope you're getting it now. Very good, Pragya. You got it. So I had plural subjects, okay, and here put is V2, verb in its second form, simple past tense. Chalo. So we will go through the summary. What do we learn? And what is the essence here? Because this will help you in answering summary questions later on in exam. So we get a case background where we get to see Delhi High Court ordered Wikipedia to reverse the edits on the ANI page, and it has referred to the public's tendency to believe Wikipedia is the truth, gospel truth, absolute truth. So they need to go back. So we initially, the whole article started with this order. There is a problematic intervention. Now the court questioned the anonymity of the editors and threatened to block Wikipedia. Threatened part was very, very real and visible. If you don't want to work in India, we are going to ban it. Okay, like that. Wikipedia's role, we got to see that it is a collaborative encyclopedia where volunteers cite reliable sources, not opinions or news. So we got to see how Wikipedia works. Everything that was written about Wikipedia, which was mentioned to talk about working of it, it was in simple present tense, because that is the truth. That is something like a fact for Wikipedia. So everything that is fact, everything that is truth, even for a short time, or the absolute truth, such things are always written in simple present tense. Okay, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Legal standpoint, we got to see a lot of legalities. Wikipedia sought protection under the safe harbor clause. Okay, the court sided with ANI. It is in the favor of ANI, calling the page content editorial, in the sense that it is opinionated. We got to see the larger concern. Author has nothing personal to do here with the case, but he has something else in mind. Such a case revealed a growing trend. Opinions being punished, facts being withheld, and platforms being coerced for user-generated content. So, how reliable is this piece of information? It's a big question mark in such a case. Freedom at risk. Editorial warns that such judicial overreach threatens decentralized platforms. So, if the places where people are free to speak, of course, with facts, with some kind of evidence, even if they are not able to speak, then what's the point here? So they are being suppressed. Freedom of speech, free right to information. So वो भी इसमें बताया गया था. Okay. Now quickly get to the exam angle. Now anytime you are asked an essay, or if you are answering something that talks about freedom of expression, you can refer. For example, you want to include, you can include this case. Okay. In a nutshell, you don't have to describe the case, you don't need to talk about the details, you can simply talk about how such a case happened where the court favored ANI, and again, what happened with the Wikipedia. Role of judiciary in digital content regulation. It doesn't seem like we have a reliable regulation here. Regarding safe harbor and platform responsibility, IT Act के बारे में कुछ पूछा जाए, और platform responsibility के बारे में, you can talk about it. Now collaborative platforms, Wikipedia, boon or risk. You can also get this topic in the form where you can see how misinformation is being spread, or how to trust a piece of information. Everything falls under this ambit. Decentralization and centralized information control. So again, anything relates to information, this is a good piece of information you can use. You can be asked to discuss the impact of judicial overreach on such platforms. Should digital platforms be held accountable? This could be a very good topic for your essay also. Okay. For user generated content, that means people are coming and editing. What are the